Waking up is so hard to do. Okay, so this was an interesting experience. Staying in this little camper. Priceless. I absolutely have every intention of coming back here again just to hang out and troll around the little area here. It was good. The city was nice, and I'm really glad that I came. Yeah, I would do this just on a whim without the motivation of going to a protest or meeting with friends or anything like that, just to come here and hang out. This giant mug filled with espresso was really good. I would have liked to have had my powdered coconut creamer, or even the liquid would be better, but I forgot to bring my my little treats. But I did get a really nice gift to take home of a box of vegan snacks, and like, wow. Yeah, I ate a couple of them last night. I actually left a couple of them here in this little basket to replace some snacks that I took out of the basket. And I think what I put there is better than what I took. But it's okay. It feels even. I like having all these outlets. They're in great places. So that worked out really well. And if you can't hear it, I really like the air conditioner. It's still running. I turned it off when I left, when I was gone all day. But when I just went to go eat last night, I left it on because I knew I wasn't going to be gone very long. Really like the little mini fridge because that is just perfection. It's in a great spot, and it holds exactly what I needed to put in. I would have to say for a couple of days, this is ideal. If I had to stay longer, I mean, hypothetically, if I had to go to work every day from this, it would be exercise. That's what I'm thinking. I love the lights, except for the fact that I kept banging my head on the one over the sink. That's okay though. I could get used to that. This is rough on the back. That's what I want to say. It's like right now I feel pretty good. If I stood up, I gotta move kind of slow because I'm at that age now where I gotta move a little slower and be careful not to hurt myself. No, I'm not 80, but that's not the point. I love the little setup outside. It's a little patio setup with little chairs and a couple, on a table and some plants, and priceless. Just perfect. And the bug spray. Oh, gotta use the bug spray. Yeah, there's mosquitoes. You don't even see them, and they bite you. And it's like, where the heck did that come from? There's little cabinet doors overhead of the sink. Oh, wow. How tempting that was to just look for something common and pull the handle, and the whole door comes off in your hand. That was funny. It's okay. Of course, I had to try the second one too, and yeah, the same thing happened. But it's okay. I know they're getting to it. At least it's got magnets. The magnets keep it shut. This is great. Like, having this little camper is just amazing. If I had something like this, I think I would definitely do the same thing that they're doing and renting it out when necessary. And like, I would take it with me to go places. I'm wondering what it weighs. I don't even know that I could take a guess. Wow. Well, at least a couple ton. I wonder. I'll have to remember later to ask him if he's weighed it yet. And I'll suggest taking it to the truck stop and putting it on the scale. Wow. I didn't think about that till now. The stovetop being gas, I haven't lit a gas stove in a long time, so lighting a match and touching it and poof, the flame popping up is a bit shocking the first 5 times. I still jump when I do it, but at least I know it's coming now. All the supplies, everything was perfect. I mean, this is definitely set up for an extended stay. It would not be a problem being in here for a week if that were the situation. The curtains. I started to undo this one just to see what would happen, and if I could put it back where it came from. That was my concern, was could I put them back if I put them down, because I wouldn't want to just leave something not the way I found it, and obviously it's possible. I think that is just artistic and genius and amazing. It's just smart. It's just smart. I mean, they're cute and they're functional, but it's paper. I mean, just like craft paper. I mean, craft paper in the kitchen sense, grocery craft paper. I'm not saying like arts and crafts paper, but anyway. If you know the difference. The little cubby boxes. Artsy fartsy, and they're cute, but as far as functional, they're cute though. I mean, it's decorated really well. The storage boxes, the overhead storage boxes here are unbelievable. There's plenty of room up there to store stuff. And it's kind of funny because you forget the shape of this thing until you open that and realize that it's rounded on the corner. So they seem a lot bigger than they really are, but there's plenty of room still to put stuff. So storage, you've got storage. I'm not going to talk about the bathroom, except the design on the door had me thinking. Too much. I really want to know what that's about, so I'm going to ask later. This thing, oh man, the volume of work that this took to put it together, and the meticulousness of it. I mean, if you spot a couple flaws, it's completely forgivable. Like the tiny little hole in the ceiling by the light, completely forgivable. It's good that it's out of sight, because I wouldn't have noticed it had I not been looking for flaws. But this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Just, I can't imagine having this kind of talent and dedication. I should say skill. The skill and dedication that it took to do this is just, I don't know. And still have a life, and still have a job and a home to take care of, and do this. That's fantastic. I mean, it must have been every waking moment, and a whole lot of moments that should have been spent sleeping was spent putting this together. The wood frame around the windows, everything, the paneling, the tiles, it's just amazing. The attention to detail is just amazing. The thought that went into certain places has me wondering what it was like to go through that process of choosing a faucet, choosing the shelf. Everything is solid. Like, even walking on the floor is solid. Like, it's not like you're in a camper when you're on the floor. But there's not a whole lot of walking space, so I don't know what it'd be like to really have to stomp 10 feet. But, you've got, 10, 12, 14 maybe square feet of actual floor space with the bed up. I want to call it a bed. Okay, yeah, my only complaint is it was very uncomfortable to sleep. Not undoable. I mean, no, that's not the word I wanted. It's it's doable, but it was rough. Um, was there anything else? Oh, the little sign on the counter. The sign is cute. Okay, so as far as the attention that went into decorating, just sweet. That's all I can say is sweet and thoughtful with the amenities. Just thoughtful. Very, very generous. Yeah, generous. That's a good word. Ugh. The espresso. That just gets me. You know? Nice towels. That worked out really well if you get wet. Yeah. I heard suggestion of removing the sink in the bathroom. That's a bold idea, and I like it. Yeah, there's no use for the sink in the bathroom, and if it wasn't there, you could actually stand up if you're less than 6 feet tall. That would be awesome if you could actually stand with your feet together in the bathroom, and actually shower efficiently without having to take the hose off the wall and to get your back. If you could actually just turn around to it, that would be good. Yeah, that was rough, but doable. Like I said, this is survivable. You could definitely, if you had to, live in this. Very little modification, Okay, so, I like it. I like it a lot. And the fact that it is legal to pull, and I don't know anything about the electrical flow and the gas and the, what would you call, waste. I don't know anything about how that works with something like this. So I'm curious. Maybe there's a better way to do the waste. I don't know. I see the usefulness of how it functions, but I don't know how you deal with it as an owner for normal use of this, how you would deal with that. I suppose I could assume the gas is pretty easy because it's a small tank, right? I didn't see it. I wasn't looking. But the electricity, I'm assuming it's plugged into the house. It has to be, because there's just way too much electrical use going on to not be plugged into the house. This can't be coming off a propane generator. I don't hear a generator running, so there's no way there's a generator. There might be one not running, but I didn't notice seeing anyone outside. This is just such a cute spot, and I can't say enough to emphasize that this is a really awesome thing. This is just really, really awesome, and I appreciate the labor of love that went into this. It's just fascinating. And they've got it. They've definitely got it. I don't know that I could do something like this in my lifetime that I've got left, If I didn't have anything else to do, that was another thing I was just thinking, like, how could you have anything else to do if you committed to something like this, like a job or kids? Like, no, if you do this is all you're doing for a while. So, and the little tiny bit of what I can see of their house is just lovely, and as a couple, they're just lovely. They're sweet and adorable, and just seem really well organized. I mean, I don't know, just beyond what I would imagine a couple of that age to be like. They seem ideal. They're poster people of what a young couple I think should be like, just from my view. The little bit of a view that I did get and what I see around me is they are ideal and adorable. Okay. That's my review of this place, and I don't usually do reviews of rentals, but I thought that this needed to be done just because this is just amazing, and I can't wait to come back. I really can't wait to come back. This is so cool. So forgive any flaws in my explanation, and my presentation here is not the best, and you know, I only had that big mug of espresso. It hasn't quite set in yet. Oh, plus probably 16 ounce of chai that seemed like it was a 16 ounce of whipped coconut flavored chai. If I froze it, it probably would have been 16 ounces of ice cream. It was thick all the way, and I got it for nothing as a refill to take with me from the restaurant that I went to, so they didn't charge me for it. I like it here. I like it here a lot. This is a great spot and nice place to take a walk because there's so much to look at, and I took pictures. You know. Yeah, it's a nice area and easy to get around, and I imagine if I did what I do for work and lived here, that would work. Not that I'm considering it, I'm just saying it would work, you know, if need be. But anyway, that's it. I got tons of pictures, and I had a great vacation, and I would have to say staying here was definitely one of the highlights, and I wish I could stay longer, at least a couple days, but I'm looking forward to coming back, and that's all I have to say, so I'm going to stop playing this.